There's a Funko Pop movie on the way. This is from Gizmodo, from James Whitbrook over at Gizmodo. It says, whether you love them or loathe them, Funko Pop vinyl figurines are everywhere. Their big heads and vacant stares providing a blank canvas for practically every pop culture series under the sun to be turned into an action figure. Now they're moving off store shelves and onto the silver screen. Deadline reports that Funko has partnered with Warner Brothers animation group off the back of its long-running relationship with Warner, turning its myriad of franchises into toys and merchandise, pop vinyl or otherwise, to create a new animated movie based on Funko Pops. For now, Warner has only optioned the rights for the movie, but come on, it's happening. I know it, you know it, the world dreads and runs from it. It arrives nonetheless. Allison Abate, Executive VP of Warner Animation Group, will oversee the collaboration between Warner and Funko, while Teddy Newton will write the script, and Mark Dindal, known for animated films like The Emperor's New Groove, Chicken Little, and a career at Disney Animation that saw him work on the likes of Aladdin and The Little Mermaid, is on board as well, presumably to direct. I'm interested in what this looks like. He references the Lego movie later on, and talks about how it may be modeled after the Lego movie. But the difference is that with Funko Pops, all of these characters belong to a licensed franchise. A licensed franchise in which I'm sure Warner Brothers owns the rights to a lot of the characters that are that have Funko Pops made after them, but there's a lot of others that they don't. And so I'm interested to see, like, is this going to take characters from across a bunch of different franchises, put them as Funko Pops, or are they going to create like the Lego movie did, where it's more generic characters in that same, in a similar art style? Now, this isn't like insanely gaming related. It's gaming adjacent, because there's a lot of gaming franchises that are tied up and have Funko Pop figurines as well. You can see in the picture here, you know, there's Fallout, there's Call of Duty. Let's see, I've got Overwatch Pops behind me. There's BioShock over there. So there's gaming franchises within this. I don't know. I enjoyed the Lego movie. And so I may enjoy a Funko Pop movie as well. But it's just going to depend on how they decide to use the characters and use the franchise. I think it's interesting. And this is a little different because Funko Pops use actual established franchises, but we live in this world now. My niece turned 6 this weekend, and I want to make sure I get the name right of what she wanted her party. Yes, okay. And I'm sure you guys have heard of this. Pusheen. My niece wanted a Pusheen party. My 6-year-old niece. And so we went. She got a ton of gifts that were Pusheen related. She had decorations that were Pusheen related. She had a cake that was Pusheen themed. She had drawings that were Pusheen related, a coloring book that was Pusheen related. Her backpack was Pusheen. And I asked my sister, I said, what the fuck is Pusheen? Like, I see this stuff everywhere, but I have no idea what it is. And there's like all these characters and shit. I said, is this a cartoon? Is it a show? Is it a movie? Is it a book series? Like, what is it? And she said, it's nothing. It's just a character. It's just a set of characters that it's cute, and they've merchandised around it. And they've done it to the point where there's this like rabid fan base for him. My brother-in-law told me that they found a Pusheen party in Durham, which is about a little under 2 hours away. And so they took my niece to this Pusheen party, and he was like, we went, and there was like 6 people there, and 3 of them were adults who were really into this Pusheen stuff. And I think it's interesting that we're in this world that, like, if you can just market your merchandise well enough, you can create a franchise. Because I'm sure we're going to see a Pusheen movie, Pusheen TV show, Pusheen book series. But it's like, I told my sister, I was like, they drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines. 12 lines on this Pusheen cat. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16 lines for a Pusheen cat. They drew 16 lines and have created a massive fucking merchandise enterprise around it. And while Funko Pops has leveraged established franchises to build their product, the look and the aesthetic of a Funko Pop is so instantly recognizable that they have essentially built and marketed their own merchandise line that they are now going to start to launch into all of these other multimedia things. We had Gears Pop earlier that came out earlier this month. So, you know, there's video games with that licensing. There's going to be this movie with that licensing. I imagine we're going to get a lot more media out of that licensing because we live in a world today where you can just market the merchandise and let it build itself into a media empire. It's fucking crazy, man. Crazy. My 6-year-old niece loves 16 lines. Pusheen.